right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Cannibal Curse, 1988. This is the final movie on the... well, actually, it's the second movie on Side B. The first movie on Side B was actually The Ark of the Sun God, which I've already seen on a separate disc. I think it was an Adrian mentioned back in the day. And I've already reviewed that one. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Overall, I'm giving the disc 4 out of 5 stars. I love this flick, however. It's even more confusing than a Godfrey Ho movie, if that's even possible. So I'm going to read a couple of synopses. The synopsis on Netflix doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't sound right. Okay, here we go. Maybe I'll read 3 synopses. A woman tried to attract her reincarnated lover from her previous life, but eventually turns to the aid of an evil sorcerer who rules over a tribe of cannibal midgets. Now, it's hard to figure out that the midgets are cannibals. They're eating some kind of soup, but you can't really see what it is. And then at one point, they're walking around a bunch of human skulls. But you don't see any actual act of cannibalism in this one. So the title is a little bit confusing, and I'll go into that. There's a Filipino broad who plays the Chinese main character's cousin or something. I think her name is Bo. And she's in another skin flick called Daughters of Eve. That looks interesting. All right, storyline. Here we go. Maria is married to an abusive husband, and one day she decides to run off with her secret lover. Her husband's gardener, Roberto. Oh, it's nice to know that he's the gardener. I didn't even know that. Somebody's digging deep for the storyline here on IMDb. Hell to Pay 27. All right. Her cousin, the Filipina, the chubby Filipina. Man, she gets naked a lot in this one. Lots of TNA. Lots of black nipples. Her cousin overhears their plan and kills Roberto with his car. Oh, this is the other cousin. All right, this is the guy cousin. Never mind. All right, so Maria takes his body and performs a spell so that they can meet, and she will love him when they are reincarnated into their next lives. Once they are reborn adults, Maria pushes Robert, but Robert is already married and doesn't remember her. Frustrated, she goes into the rainforest to an evil sorcerer, Rafu, who has a midget tribe of cannibals as his minions. I don't know where they get this cannibal stuff. Anyways, but we never see any actual acts of cannibalism in this movie. I can't emphasize that enough. But once she has lost her virginity, she must give her body to him. She accepts, but when she refuses to come back to him, Rafu casts a spell on Robert, who becomes catatonic. Now Maria, Robert's wife, and her sorcerer father team up to stop Rafu before Rafu dies, and Maria must be sacrificed. That's a pretty good synopsis there. The chubby Filipina, Maria Isabelle Lopez. It's confusing at one point because she's making love to some dude. I don't even remember. Can't keep track of all the guys in this movie. they all look very similar, and even the Chinese broads have the same kind of 80s hairdo. But at one point, the chubby Filipina, Bo, whatever her name is, she's like humping on this dude. She put a spell on him, and then she transforms into Maria somehow. And the guy's like, I don't know how to make sense of this movie. Anyways, here's one of the reviews that looked pretty good. All right. Michael Elliott, March 13th, 2008. Incredibly bad Hong Kong flick, but I'm really not too sure what it's about. A mad doctor or something in the jungle has beautiful Asian women bath in a magic pond, then go out and have sex with men, or something like that. Either way, the film is simply boring and pretty poorly made, and no, there aren't any cannibals in the film. The original title was Curse, but perhaps they should have added some flesh eaters. The only thing that keeps me from giving this sucker a bomb is the fact that there's a lot of beautiful Asian chicks getting naked throughout the film. Yeah, I'm nice like that. Yeah, so it's also known as The Curse, also known as Chu Nu Jiang, part of my Chinese. I think the Filipina had some Chinese dubbed. And I don't even know if she can speak Chinese. The Netflix synopsis is way off, and a wife exacts delicious revenge on her abusive husband. Really? Maria's married in the beginning of the film. Maria's married to this old Asian guy with bad teeth, and he's like beating on her, and then her cousin tries to get in the act. The family that plays together stays together. He tries to rape Maria, and nothing doing there. The old man bites his leg or something, and that's the beginning of the movie. It has nothing to do with the rest of the movie, so I'm not sure how Netflix came about that with that storyline. Like I said, there's tons of nudity, but at one point, the evil sorcerer is humping on the chubby Filipina. She's not a virgin by any stretch of the imagination. The only way to kill the evil sorcerer is to put virgin blood on him or something, which he gets from the good sorcerer's daughter. And at one point, there's a battle between the good sorcerer and the bad sorcerer. The bad sorcerer wins, and that's why they want to get revenge on the bad sorcerer at the end of the movie. But like I said, the bad sorcerer's humping on the chubby Filipina with the poofy large black nipples, and they white out the crotch area, so all you can see is her Filipina booty. It reminded me of an Indonesian censored film on the first disc. I like the first disc a lot better. Some people call, I don't know, it's either on Tales of Voodoo or what's the other one? Exploitation, whatever. But cool flick. Highly recommended. Check it out. Just Google Cannibal Curse and you'll see it pop up with the Chinese Pinyin name on IMDb. And it gets a pretty high rating for for a movie that kind of more confusing than Godfrey Ho. Gets a 4.5 out of 10, which is kind of surprising because of the nudity, the amount of TNA they show on this one. No full frontal though, and it only has 84 ratings on IMDb, so very obscure flick. Highly recommended. Check it out. Laters.